Things just took a major turn for the New York Yankees as revealed by the top brass of this team, as there has been one serious question surrounding the team for a long time now, and now with a new update in this situation, Yankee fans are finally seeing the change that many have been hoping to see for a while. We're going to dive into exactly what that is, the implications behind it, how we see this entire season now going, changes that we very likely will be seeing as well to this, changes we are going to be seeing as well to this team, and we're going to jump right into that as always, guys. But real quick, if you are part of that percentage that's not subscribed to Yankees Digest, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single New York Yankees update. We have a lot of great videos coming out throughout the entire offseason, multiple videos every single day that you don't want to miss out on. We're having a ton of fun on this channel as well. But with all that being said, let's jump into the video. There is a lot to go over on the Yankees right now, because look, one of the biggest questions surrounding the team has been, what exactly is Aaron Boone going to do with that shortstop position going into next year? It's widely expected Boone will be back, so it's no longer even a question if Boone is going to be around. It's just the expectation that he will be. And one of the biggest questions has been, what's the future of Anthony Volpe? Where does he fit? Does he still start at shortstop at all? What do the Yankees do with the young shortstop who has just really been underwhelming? Now, a lot of people would just say trade him or bench him or do whatever. Just make sure he's not the starting shortstop. However, all we have seen thus far is that Volpe is not really in serious danger of losing that position. He's definitely on the hot seat, but it's not like the change is imminent. However, a huge update has changed everything for the Yankees going forward, as Brian Hoke revealed that Anthony Volpe had a left shoulder arthroscopic labral repair. He may be delayed to begin the season. It would be 4 months until he can hit again, and over 6 months until he can dive onto that shoulder, Aaron Boone said. So with that being said, in that time span, it's very likely that we won't see Anthony Volpe be the opening day starting shortstop. And Gary Phillips has talked about Volpe in just the entire time with the Yankees, saying ever since winning the Yankees starting shortstop job as a rookie coming out of spring training in 2023, Anthony Volpe has been an undeserved chokehold on the position. Part of that is because there haven't been many viable challengers throughout Volpe's 3-year career, but it's also because the Yankees have stubbornly stood by the incredibly streaky 24-year-old, insisting he has more to offer despite consistently subpar offensive output and a 2025 season where he saw his Gold Glove defense just regress, which is all true. Volpe really struggled, and I mean, last year was not a good season for him after just a slew of seasons that have been underwhelming. Having a 1.7 WAR, Volpe hit 19 home runs, had a 212 batting average, an OPS of 663, an OPS plus of 83. He was a below-average offensive player. He was a below-average defensive player. The thing he did best was steal bases. Like, he's got some power in the bat when he makes contact, but that's few and far between at this point, and outside of that, he could run the bases well, but there's not really much else to see Volpe do and really just be super excited about at this point. Volpe has just not been able to cut it at this level, and he's gotten worse, and he's dealing with that shoulder injury that very well is playing a part into his struggles. But at the end of the day, with where the Yankees are at right now, it's just not at all surprising to see the Yankees start to look in different directions for this team going forwards, just with everything on the mind and with everything considering that Volpe is effectively going to be still in a big role at the Yankees next year. It's going to be tough for the Yankees to just sort of figure out what's next, especially when he's almost unplayable in the playoffs, or was this year. I mean, he had a 192 batting average with 5 hits, a home run, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored in those games, and an OPS of 538. He just wasn't good. There's no other way around it. He wasn't playing well, and it's really, there's no excuse to continue letting him just have that chokehold on the shortstop position. Now, as we know, Volpe underwent that shoulder surgery earlier this week, and a typical timeline would have him ready for the regular season, but his recovery process will ultimately determine that, especially now with Boone coming out there and saying that he is likely going to be out for, I mean, he's not going to be able to dive on the shoulder for 6 months. That doesn't sound like he's going to be starting the season. Now, what does that mean? It means the Yankees will either do one thing. They'll either start Jose Caballero at that position or go out in free agency and look for someone else. Now, Caballero is interesting, and I mean, he was talked about as well by Gary Phillips, who said the Yankees did give super utility man Jose Caballero some run at shortstop in September, but that coincided with Volpe's recovery from a cortisone shot for his partially torn labrum, which he played through for most of the year. The Yankees insisted the injury didn't impact his play on either side of the ball. Once Volpe returned from the injection, he received the majority of the starts at short. That included every postseason game. A stretch that saw Volpe hit with that 192 average and the 538 OPS, 1 home run, 2 RBIs, 0 walks, and a whopping 16 strikeouts. Their past actions say they won't, but the Yankees need to, at the very least, embrace competition for Volpe. That may just mean a spring training battle with Caballero. Bo Bichette is a terrible defender as well, and there aren't many other practical external options, but the team has to stop handing the keys to a player that hasn't proven he can drive without crashing, which is a good point. I mean, look, that's also one of the things we have to consider here is just what the free agent market looks like, and the answer is not very good when we look at the shortstops. I mean, look, maybe we see Trevor Story opt out and the Yankees have some interest in him. That's a possibility, not what I'm super banking on. Ha-Seong Kim is an actual option that I wouldn't be shocked at as well if he opts out. I think the Yankees will hold interest in Bichette, but he can't defend either. He's not a shortstop at all. Bichette's a second baseman who's playing shortstop. So I really don't know if the Yankees are going to go in that direction. Luis Rengifo isn't too exciting. IKF isn't too exciting. Willie Castro, the Yankees have been linked to before, so maybe there's something there. But it's not really a super exciting shortstop class. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Yankees just brought back Ahmed Rosario and had him, Caballero, and Volpe kind of in there fighting for that shortstop spot. In fact, that's kind of what I expect the Yankees to do in free agency at this point. It's not the most inspiring thing in the world, but it is sort of the situation where it feels like we're at. Caballero, when he played for the Yankees, is the clear best shortstop on the team. He had a 266 batting average with 21 hits, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs, and 15 runs scored in his 40 games. He had an 828 OPS, a 456 slugging, a 372 on-base percentage. All his numbers across the board were better than Volpe's. It's not even close when you look at everything. He was just the better player. And with that in mind, the Yankees really should just use Jose Caballero, or at the very least have him, Rosario, and Volpe in a shortstop battle to start the year. I know Volpe's injured, so that's going to be part of it, but maybe you just have Caballero and Rosario do it, and then once Volpe gets back, you start giving him some reps at shortstop as well, because we know they will, and then from there, you just sort of navigate it and decide who is going to be your shortstop for the year. Now, Caballero only took a few at-bats in the postseason, only appearing in 4 at-bats, striking out once, having a 650 OPS, a 250 batting average. Now, in this span, he went 1 for 4. Like, he didn't really do a lot. He didn't do enough because he didn't get the moments out there, which he should have because he's been playing better than Volpe. Even in those 4 at-bats, he showed that he was playing better than Volpe, doing exactly what he usually did. So, it does suck that it kind of just feels like Volpe's stoppable at shortstop from getting the position. It's difficult, but at the same time, I do expect now, with him being injured, the Yankees to look into making some changes because they're going to need a shortstop to start the year, and Volpe evidently isn't ready. I do know that they love Caballero, and again, my expectation is that they re-sign Ahmed Rosario and then have the 3 of them sort of battle it out for that shortstop spot. I want Caballero to win it, and I imagine he will. But guys, what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day. Go Yankees.